banks only have a few days left until the chaos is released. Cue the fire, run now, sell the kids, sell the house, keep the dog. He has always been good to you. Cat, not so much. You can always tell who your true friend is by locking them in the trunk of your car for 3 days and then letting them out. You know your dog would be happy to see you. Cat, not so much. And the banks are laying off people in droves. Look, there's no one behind me. Do you see anyone? I mean, besides JP Morgan, the one guy before Congress actually told the truth. And with a mustache like that, you're going to tell the truth. Gold is money. Everything is credit. And in the system of credit, it is all drying up. Like Nancy Pelosi's, I can't say it. It's just my speculation that nothing has ever been there. But also in the banking industry, like crypto, you know, the digital stuff that you guys use, are you still on any of those places? And I struggle to even use the word places. Exchanges, right? Where you give whoever your money, and you're like, so you promise you got it? Oh, yes, we got it. We're going to deposit it right over there for you. Binance. Woo! Did you guys see the interview? I've never seen a guy, like a politician. He evaded like all of the questions. And actually, even if you try to pull your money out now, it's like waiting for approval. Wait, I'm just trying to transfer my crypto to a friend. Well, your withdrawal request is being reviewed, and it will take approximately 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, 48 days. I mean, listen to this guy who operates, in the Cayman Islands. Not even kidding. And you can't even sue the guy. Everyone's like, I don't know, we've tried to sue them, but we don't know who to sue. Please, listen. Listen to Dad.
We want to be transparent.
Yeah. Usually the first thing whatever you say, we want to be transparent. Oh, then here, let's see how transparent he is in this interview.
To set the golden standard for reliability, solidness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have it on like 2 times speed. Oh, wait, scratch that. That was normal.
In this space.
Do it. Would you be able to handle it if somebody asked you for $2.1 billion back? Would that be okay? Would you be able to still withstand things?
We're financially okay.
Including you have $2.1 billion to give away. If somebody came to claw that back, you'd still be fine?
We'll let the lawyers handle it. We are financially strong.
But you guys, it's not just crypto. It's everything, dough. Look, I mean, it's the Fed. The Fed's like totally insolvent. I've never in the history of mankind see them. Look at this chart. I know it goes off my screen over here. If I zoom in, the line's gone. But this line is basically what it's such a long process. I don't even want to talk bonds right now with you. But it's the profit that they make, and then they give it back to the Treasury. It goes to Janet. And look at this. It even goes, you can't even see it. It goes into my trash can down below on my screen. And for some reason, the Fed is like, oh, no, this is fine. All 400 PhDs. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you cannot live in a credit-based system, because that's what you are. You're in a debt-based system and have anything higher than 0%. Otherwise, you will break the entire world. But it takes time, and you wait for next year. And I always use the analogy of like the Titanic, or throwing Skylar out into the Atlantic Ocean in the middle and say, swim, Skylar, right? He will for a while. And everyone's like, look, he's fine. He's swimming. Or someone who jumps out of like a 100-story building. It's like, they're perfectly fine. Look, floor 40, floor 30. It's not until they hit the first floor, right, that we start having problems. It just takes time to go from, well, actually, probably wouldn't take much time. Probably about 3 seconds. But in an economy, like, you lock everyone down, put them in cages for 2 years, shut off everything worldwide, I don't think that'll be a problem. And it wasn't until it is. Someone needs to tell the banks, tell the Fed, tell Janet, who said there's not going to be a financial crisis in our lifetime. 24 months later, all hell breaks loose. U.S. November deficit rises sharply as what? Revenues fall. That's because we don't we're broke. You see, the government needs to tax you to death. That's where they generate their income. You are their passive income. And this tax revenue, it was, right? We had it, but we're not going to have it in the future. And this is how the government lives. See, federal tax revenue, state revenue, that would be 5, 6, 7. 7. And that would be how much you have to pay, $248,000. And that would be how much they are overspending. They're not collecting it. Why? Because one, jobs are not what they say they are. And it's going to get a whole lot worse. And so you have a deficit. Over 1 trillion. That means our government takes in 1 trillion, but they spend 2 trillion. So they're short, and they keep doing this. And not just that, but we have the federal debt to GDP ratio is 122. Like, this is insolvent. And the Fed actually thinks that they didn't break anything. They're like, no, this is fine. Everything's fine. We're just going to keep him underwater. The bubble stopped. Okay, it's fine. I know. Bubble stopped. She actually looks like Lewinsky a little bit. Sorry. I saw a squirrel. Finance. Oh, look at the stock market. That's weird. Huh. I wonder who predicted that. But now I also have to tell you guys, markets go up and they go down. They go up and they go down. Learn how to trade them. The Fed doesn't think it's recession. Look at this. Just let's take a deep breath. The Fed doesn't think its recession forecast is forecasting a recession. Oh, yeah, I wasn't thinking that either. A few videos back, I called the Fed an idiot, Jerome. And you're like, no, they're not dumb. I would agree. 400 PhDs, you can't be that dumb, right? I mean, I'm just a stupid YouTuber. And it's like, hey, look at the 1-year yield. So that's at almost 5%. Oh, by the way, when that thing gets up to 5, I'm locking in another big, large chunk of money. You pay me 5% on no risk. I know it's all risk. Everything's risk. But you pay me 5% just to sit there for 12 months. I'll take it. But when you have one end that is opposite of the other end, 30-year yield, it was approaching 4%. So you have 4% on one side. Well, here, I'll show it to you again. See this side up here? Here, I'll click. See that? That is not supposed to be going that direction. No, this is supposed to be on this end, okay? It's supposed to be going in this direction. That's called an inverted yield curve. That means all of the smart money, all of the trillionaires are like, wow, we're heading into a recession. This keeps dropping down here. And that is because the money knows, the bond market knows what's going on. The bond market has been telling you for 1 year, we will be in a recession. This is all going to be ugly. And then the Fed, see this over here? This is going to end up going all the way down there, okay, to 0. And then they're going to go, oh my gosh, it's so bad. Yeah, I know. The bond market told you that. And then we will go back to something like that. The longer they keep it this way, the longer they keep it that way, for every day that they do that, the more worser it will be in the future. You can bet your bottom dollar that I am going to lock in at 5%. And then you could also bet your other bottom dollars that I am going to lock in another bond trade. That would be TLT. That is your double bottom. Wait for that pullback. Thank goodness we're kind of seeing it. Oh, after hours, it's creeped up. All right, so it went down. Hold on, here, I'll show you. Also, this is not financial advice, but you can right-click on the screen. You could buy it. It goes right in your portfolio. And I only recommend paper trading, but if you're super ambitious, when you click that button, the little plus, like, oh, I'm going to put in, this would actually, I'd short it right now, but then I would buy it. So it would be the sell button right there, but then it turns into the buy button. You can also connect, so it would look like this. It would look that here. See that sell? You click the sell button because I think we're gonna go down in the bond market, but then we're gonna go up. Also, you can connect TradeStation. TradeStation will give you $150. Link in the description. That is who I use. So I can say it because I like clicking on the screen. I don't like going to other platforms, even though I do. It just sometimes gets a little messy. Why do I say? And this is what's so confusing. People get confused. They're like, you said it was going to go up. Now it's going down. Now you said it's going to go down and it's going to go up. Okay. The bond market. I said that this head and shoulders pattern is going to play out to a price target. This was back in January. That January. I said it was going to hit right there. I missed it by Biden's 1 inch. That's probably less than an inch. And then a lot of you guys have actually put in buys right there. So congratulations on making some paper trading money. Now, I could be wrong, but I would bet my bottom dollar. I normally don't put dollars there, but if you want it, it's probably a little stanky. But I would bet that stanky little dollar that we will not go below 72 bucks in the bond market, also known as TLT. That is your low. You might not see it again in the rest of your life. How do I know that? Well, I have indicators that show me that this is the lowest you'll ever get in your entire life. Look at that. Yes, it is in my bear market course. And this is actually called a V bottom right there. That's also in the bear market course. When you see that, thumb up. And also, just to let you know, I'm running that one-day sale today because I'm so frustrated because all of you guys are signing up for my bear market watch list, but you don't know how to fracking trade this thing. Because you'll look at this and you'll say, oh, so that's the lowest it's ever going to be. And then you turn on the MACD and you go, hold on, sorry for my voice too. It's going to reverse and head up, but we're gonna go down right now. See on the MACD, see that's where you sell, and then when it crosses over here, see that, that's where you buy. Or let me go back. You buy here, you sell there. 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 You buy not yet, not confirmation, but I'm going to squeeze it into a shorter time period for you. Wow, look at the RSI. And I said that was the time. I've never in the history of the bond market seen it so oversold. It was almost impossible not to make money on that trade. Wait, I think I had an ADHD moment. Did I not tell you all of my courses for $199 or $200 today? Because I'm frustrated that people are signing. I said that, but did I say? I don't know. Grab it. Okay, so now let's bump it to the daily. Look at the bond market. This is, hold on, let me move it over here. This is where you buy. Okay. Oh, look. See up there, way up there. Here, I'll move it down. This, you're about, yeah, I would do it. This is where you're gonna sell. Okay. Now it goes down. So do not come crying to me when the bond market goes down right now, but it's going to go back up. People don't understand. You said the bond market's going to go up and it went down. I'm sad. So yes, this is going to be you're going to have one more pullback. You have one more chance, because when the banking system breaks and the Fed is breaking it, this is going to rip higher. Why? Because people want safety. People will pile into the bond market on this trade at the bottom, which you could retest. I could be totally wrong. To the top, you could be looking at an 86%. Oh, okay. And that's what I think. But I could be wrong or I could be right. Like my halo. Take a look at look what the Fed has done. This has never happened in the history of ever. This is the bond market. This is the 3-year Treasury bill secondary market discount basis. And they have never in the history of the Fed, you're like, what's that all mean? Okay, they've never raised rates this fast. And like always, what goes up, you've learned on this channel, will go down. And not just that, it's gonna go down harder. How hard, you ask? Well, thank you for asking. Harder than a college girl falling off a bar stool because she drank too much. And also in trading, this is called a hockey stick pattern, like you see in crypto or other things that I say, and you get excited. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make so much money. My friend invested 1 penny and now he's a millionaire. And then I say, hey, your little millionaire Dogecoin friend, click the sell button and you get to say that you're a millionaire for the rest of your life. But if you buy and hold, you don't get that. But it feels so darn good at the top now, didn't it? But Bravo, you don't understand the fundamentals in crypto. Oh, really? I've been mining for probably 8 years. But I had to stop because my wife said it was too loud. So that was it. And I could make more money trading it than mining it anyways. But what goes up? See that all the way up there? That good old they trolled you again, 69,000. Couldn't hit that 70. all the way down? Well, not yet. Not to the price target, which would be your trend line. And that trend line is about, well, that says 69 again. Huh, great. $7,000. That's if you go all the way back. You click these little buttons called log scale, and I don't know, that probably wasn't even a log scale. And for me and my audience, I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. Is it going to be Tether? Is it going to be Binance? I don't know. I said it's going to be something to bring this little bad boy all the way down, because the charts have predicted this the entire time. This was a gigantic head and shoulders pattern. I'm going to be kind of wonky drawing it different ways, whatever. Just work with me. Okay, there's your head. There's kind of a neckline. My lines aren't lined up. Okay, I'm going to carry this down. Let's see where our price target is. Oh, hey, it's right there. But Bravo, you started this video with, ooh, I like all their green screen animation. Really gets my squirrel juices going. You said that the banks are gonna cause some problems, getting rid of the jobs. Yes. Look, Goldman weighs up to 4,000. That's just a starter. You don't want to do that right at Christmas. You want to wait a little bit. 4,000 job cuts and potential 8% pullback. You have to understand that's how the credit system works. Do you have anyone out there like, oh, I'm thinking about refinancing, I'm thinking about buying a house, I'm thinking about putting it on the credit card? But you actually are. Can you please stop? Use your savings account. But Bravo, I have nothing in it. I know, I saw the charts. You guys currently have 0. Let me give you a little suggestion. Buy a time machine. Go back in time. Watch my videos. So when the government gives you stimmies, start businesses, trade equities. But guys, the dumpster fire, okay? You're just smelling smoke right now. It's just a little bit like, oh, what do we got? Oh, it's just a little smoke. I'm sure the Fed, don't fight the Fed, because the Fed, trust the Fed. They'll fix everything. Guys, the Fed has been out of this market probably the same time I went to cash. That was December of last year. And no, not all cash. I'm constantly moving money. You swing trade some, you take longs in other ones, buy a little silver here, a little gold there. Money always has to be moving. And when also in regards to job cuts, this is worldwide, the whole world. And they're also in lockstep on rate increases. What are you guys doing? Like, we're wrong. Don't follow us. Lower your rates. You are going to destroy the whole world, and the whole world's like, okay, Trump, all right, 400 PhDs, what are we doing today? Oh, we're going to raise rates to 20%. We got this. Volcker did it, so can we. Morgan Stanley to cut 1,600 jobs as rival banks see slowdown. Yeah, you're going to go from slowdown to shutdown. And I love like the political speak. Solomon cites need for caution. Okay, again, no, put on your seatbelt. Bumpy times ahead. B of A is more careful in times like this, not loaning to anyone, drying up the whole credit market, which that's what the market is only credit. But in the end, okay, this stuff, here's your money, but you're in a system that this is currently, it kind of is, I get it, but you're in a credit debt based system. So do me a favor, I've taught you about this, right? Did you subscribe? Go back in my videos, just watch every single one of them to learn about how this whole system is created so you can take advantage of it, so you can buy the things that you need when there is definitely in times of problems like which we're currently in. Wouldn't it be nice to have droves of cash to start picking up the stuff? Because, oh, look, I mean, you have to clean off the blood because there's blood in the streets, but I'll go ahead and take it rather than being pessimistic. Like, oh, it's so bad. Americans, Wall Street Journal, you still got some people over there. Americans pessimistic about prospects. The economy 2023, yeah, it's not. Over a third voters say inflation is causing them major financial strain. Well, that inflation is going to go away, okay? It's going to turn into disinflation, and then it will turn into deflation, and then you can take all of your money, okay? all the money that you've saved, all the money that you've earned, all, you know, your storehouses of your barn, right? You save for a rainy day, and then you could go out there and buy all your stuff that you wanted, whatever. Take the trip that you want. But thank you guys for everything that you do, how you support this channel. I love you. Stay free, and I will see you tomorrow.